Welcome to another edition of Show and Tell with me, Adam. I'm going to show you some Star Trek stuff, but first I want to show off this fancy new monitor that I have back here. It's running a Elcar's website that I'll link to in the comments of this video. It's pretty cool. This guy's done at least three or four different MSDs for various spaceships. I believe this one's for the Titan. He's got the Galaxy class on there as well, the Cerritos, and I think the Protostar. They're super duper cool and they're good for like background animation. And I also have my collection of starships back there. There's a bunch like back behind the monitor as well. Oh, and the data centric VHS set. Isn't that cool? Yeah, that's cool. This one is going to be about a weird I don't know, weird's the wrong word. A unique situation where I was chatting with a guy named Michael Howard on Facebook about his Star Trek stuff, my Star Trek stuff, and my desire to find um, book posters that Pocket Books sent out as promotional material for various miniseries that they were doing. And there's two of them that I was after. One of them was Star Trek Invasion, and the one that I was really after was the Star Trek Captain's Table. And he mentioned that he had a couple extra copies that were beat up a little bit, and that he would send them to me. And I was absolutely over the moon. I would never have thought that someone would just like mail me things. He didn't ask for any money for it either. Um, but he's very proud of his Star Trek book collection. I aspire to have a full collection like he has. Uh, but he sent me these posters, and they are well loved. Pretty beat up, but it gives them pedigree, right? But I went and bought frames for them, they don't quite fit, so I need to get some matting for the tops and bottoms. But this is the four covers of the four books that were in this series, and then this is the one that I really like, which is the Captain's Table. Yeah, Captain's Table. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, reflections are all over the place. But this is the I want to say this is the four books, and the cool things about these is that you see all these people that are like behind the captains. Well, hidden in there are people that look like just regular old people, and that's because they are regular old people. They are the authors, the people that actually wrote the book, got to be on the covers of the book, which I think is neat. I think it was a fantastic choice by whatever editor or producer or whoever made that decision. I thought that was a great decision. I loved it. Um, and I love these two. They're eventually going to be going over here to kind of hide the stack of incoming comic books that I have back there. Uh, in the box that those two things came in, he also sent four Star Trek books. And oddly enough, even with how huge my Trek book collection is, I didn't have a single one of them. They're all actually pretty special in some very unique ways. So let me pull them up for you. So, show and tell. Is it going to cover me? No, yay! All right, so that top one is they call it a plot your own adventure, but it's a choose your own adventure interactive fiction. Um, and I've got a uh, a website called Choose Your Own Adventures, uh, multiple adventures. The one that everyone is very familiar with is Choose Your Own Adventure, so singular adventure. Um, in this case, I am using that website to plot out all the decisions that you can make. Right now, there's only two books on it. Uh, One of them is this guy right here, and the other one is the Star Trek Lower Decks Warp Your Own Way book by Ryan North. Um, they're uh, they're they're very interesting to see the choice trees, and this one is much more linear than Ryan North's book. For I don't know if they're obvious reasons or not, but they're modern books are a little more complicated, and North likes to put uh, witty and intellectual puzzles in as well. Whereas this one is, would you like to go down on the Destruct Skull? Would you like to fight the Klingons? Would you like to shoot your phaser? Okay, you know. Whereas the Warp Your Own Way book is like, hey, you know, we need a code. Well, maybe you need to go back 3 pages and then 2 forward, except for when, you know, it's a little more complicated. So I would not check out that website if you want to try to figure out the Warp Your Own Way stuff yourself, because there's a visual spoiler just knowing that like all your choices lead to death unless you do one thing, then all your choices lead to something other than death. But this book is great. I've read through most of the choices that are in there. I have plot my own adventures, if you will. And while it's styled Star Trek Two, there's nothing about Star Trek Two that you need to know to have this story. Um, and the second book that was in here is a collection of short stories, which I'm not sure if the people that wrote them knew very much about Star Trek, and I don't know if the people that edited it knew much about Star Trek either, because some of these stories are barely Trek adjacent, and they get some Star Trek stuff wrong. I can't remember anything off the top of my head. I should have taken notes, but like they're fun enough adventures, but again, nothing to do with Star Trek Two. They're just really taking advantage of the movie that had come out at the time and trying to get people to buy stuff just based off of that. Um, and the really, really cool book that he sent me was this Star Trek sticker book, which, as you can imagine, most sticker books have most of their stickers already removed. This one does not. This one has every sticker that you could find in it, and they range from like really cool to whimsical, like restricted access stickers and like door stickers and turbo lift stickers and badge stickers. They got all the different department icons on there, and there's really a whole lot of really cool stuff in here. Um, and there's a bunch of logos on here as well. So if you want a Borg logo, or why did the Borg need a logo? I've never figured that out. But this was really cool. I really did not think I would ever see a fully stocked sticker book, much less just get one in the mail. So lucky me. Thank you very much, Michael. And then the last one, the author of this one just passed. Uh, they went by Shane Johnson for this book, but I believe they had a different name. I actually look it up real quick. So we can go to Star Trek book. Shane Johnson. But they just passed. I remember reading this book several times back when I was a kid, but I have no record of this book ever actually being in my collection. So I don't know. I don't know if like maybe I never had it. Maybe I was borrowing it from a friend. I don't know. So the person's actual name is Laura Johnson, and just passed back in August. So the work in this book though reminded me very much of the first technical manual that Franz Joseph put out. Like just some spectacular detail and like these kind of like blueprints right here. I thought at one point that I was going to get into blueprinting stuff and being an architect and all that fun stuff, but instead I got into project management. So uh, um, so there we are. That's those are the books that Michael sent. He also sent a folder that, no joke, cracked me up when I saw it, because every time that he makes a post on Facebook, he says, "Oh, hey, this is the 750th book in my collection," and then he'll post some photos of his collection. And when he sent the box to me, he took fresh photos, dated it, uh, and he's got all the numbers on there as well. It cracks me up, and I love it so much. Um, this was about 2 months ago though that he sent all this stuff to me, and it's just been sitting here on a pile. Um, and I started a new job. So I've just been like up to my ears in trying to be professional and uh, not lose my mind. Um, yeah, it was back in May. So we're in July now. So yeah, almost a month and a half, 2 months. Um, but he's got a heck of a collection. He's on Facebook. If you're in any Star Trek book group, you're probably in it with him. So these are all the novels. And I want to say these are all the there's some novels in there too, but maybe there's other stuff in here as well. No, yeah, okay. So he says these are the reference books. And then he's got some knickknacks that he has, which no matter what you focus your collection on, you're gonna end up with all these knickknacks. And then a bunch of artwork up on the wall, and then some promotional stuff that it's just like a pad of paper, but it's for the new TNN back when TNG was on TNN. And then something I really appreciate, which is a list of all the books that he actually has. Um, their author, their publication dates. This is a huge list of books. So one day I'm gonna run through that list and make sure that everything he has on his list I have on my website at StarTrekBookClub.com. But this is such a great treasure trove. I really appreciate the posters. Um, I think there's a few other ones that are out there, but that Captain's Table one is really the one that I had my eyeball on for the most. Like, and this is gonna look great hanging on my wall, hanging on my wall, and it's got. Let's see if I can look at it real quick. We got there's Peter David's on here, and he's the only one I recognize just off the bat. Um, I think those are the Reeve Stevens. And that's obviously an author. That's obviously an author. Um, I just don't know their names off the top of my head, but yeah, really cool. Uh, if you happen to know of other like promotional posters or artwork or anything like that, I would love to know about it. Um, I really need to log these on the Trek website. Yeah, because it's related to the books, right? It's promotional stuff for the books. I don't know if IDW's ever done anything like this. Oh, they have actually. There was a promotional poster in one of the IDW preview magazines. Hmm. I need to write that down before I forget it. If you know of anything, let me know in the comments.